Hi there, my name is Sally Rippin. I'm the author of the Billie B. Brown and Hey Jack series for younger readers. I started writing these books about 3 years ago when my son was 7. And even though he's always loved books and we've always read to him since he was a baby, he was having a lot of trouble learning to read. And the worst thing was that he was bringing home books from school that were so boring, and all his friends were moving on to books that were exciting and had great characters. So he began saying those kind of things like, I hate books, books are boring. And you could imagine for a children's author, that's probably about the worst thing you want to hear. So I guess I saw it as my challenge to come up with a story that was as easy to read as, say, an early school reader, but was as interesting as the kind of books that his friends were reading. And I'd always test them out on my son, so if he started to wriggle about or look disinterested, I'd make a little note to myself to cut the story back or to change it slightly. And if he'd sit still the whole time, then I'd know I got it right. And you'll notice in the stories about Billie and Jack that the adults are always they're there, but they're just on the outside. And that's because I want kids to realise that a lot of these problems they can work through themselves. By reading about Billie and Jack working through some tricky situations, I hope this gives them that confidence to think that maybe they can do it too. And I can certainly say as a mother, it's really hard for me to stand back and watch my son still struggle with reading, but I guess I have to instill that confidence in him that he will get there himself eventually. However, as a writer, I see it as my job to write the best stories, the most interesting stories I can, to hopefully get kids like my son as interested in reading as I was when I was a child.